Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Silver stacking noob versus pros. This is going to reflect upon yourself because being a beginner isn't a bad thing. Actually, I wish I can go back in time and start silver stacking from the beginning again. I remember how addicting it was, how exciting it is. Every single ounce you get seems like a small victory. It's fun. I've been stacking for 7 years now. It's not saying that silver's boring now, but in the beginning, it definitely is a very exciting time because you finally have found something that not many people know about and you really see the potential of silver. So, to say that, I'm not saying that it's bad to be a beginner. You just have to understand how the markets work and take some safety precautions because when you're starting off, you have to figure out which type of stacker you're going to be. Are you going to be a long-term stacker or a short-term stacker, a quick flipper, or a long hauler as they call it? This will determine and reflect upon the types of silver that you're stacking, whether it's generic bullion, whether it's poured silver, whether it's slabbed coins, whether it's constitutional silver. So today's video is going to go over the noob versus the pro and how generally how they should stack depending upon how long they've been investing into silver. Now, this varies upon the individual, whether you have an exit strategy or a time frame of selling in 10 years, in 20 years, or in a couple years. Some people are in this for a very short time, looking at it just as a quick grab or a quick cash grab, and that's perfectly fine. There's no wrong way to stack silver. There is wrong ways to sell silver. You can definitely sell yourself short out of panic selling. You definitely can sell to some places to not, that won't get you the greatest returns. But when it comes to buying, it's so easy to go on AppMex and click buy. But when it comes to selling your silver, it's a whole different ball game. So with that said, make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if this video can get 100 likes. I think we can do it. I know each one of you guys can hit that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, because I do post daily videos. I'm actually doing a giveaway, so if you want a chance to win, go check out the video I posted earlier today. And with that said, let's jump into this video. So the beginner stacker, this is going to be extremely important to take note of. You want to accumulate, as a beginner, you want to accumulate as much silver for as cheap as possible. Let me repeat that. As much silver for as cheap as possible. You want to just stack up silver, pile it up, build a foundation of a lot of silver, and then you can branch out to other types of coins that are more expensive. But in the beginning, you want to be buying generic silver like the JM Bullion 10-ounce starter kit. You can get 10 ounces of silver at spot price. You want to really just stack silver for its metal content, because that's what's going to be your safety net. That's what's going to be, the fruit. That's really where your potential is going to come from, is as much silver for as cheap as possible. Just like if you're building a house, the strongest part of a house, the most important part's the foundation, right? Because if the foundation is weak, the house can crumble. Same with silver. If you don't have a strong foundation, your stack can easily fall apart. So you want to have a strong foundation, whether that's buying a whole bunch of the generic rounds, whether it's buying, a whole bunch of tubes of American Eagles, or, whatever the case is. You can even go the bar route, buy a whole bunch of kilo bars, or the stackers, the Scottsdale stackers, stack them up to 10 ounces. Whatever the case is, appreciation of silver over time, and definitely it does add up. Even if it's 1 ounce of silver a week or 1 ounce of silver a month, trust me, it adds up extremely fast. It definitely does, and before you know it, you're going to have a nice silver stack that's going to be shining, and it's going to make you smile, and you're going to be like, wow, I actually have something to show for my money, instead of buying random stuff that within a week or within a day you have nothing to show for it. Silver is a very rewarding metal because you can hold it in your own hands, and you own it. If you can't hold it, you don't own it, and that's the saying of the stackers. That's so true, though. So there's a nice transition from a beginner to a more experienced stacker that happens, and this is when you start to figure out what you like. It's really important to figure out what type of silver you like as quick as possible, because this will eliminate all the random coins that you have that you really don't care for. Like for me, I first started into pandas, and luckily I still do like pandas till this day. But there's a lot of times I got into just some silver that wasn't for me. It's just not for me. And if I would have figured out which types of silver I like quicker, I could have, instead of buying those coins, I could have narrowed it down to some more specific silver, or accumulated more generic silver, adding more ounces to my stack. Because there is a point when you're going to start wanting to branch out, and that's normal. That's perfectly okay. It's perfectly fine to branch out. Diversification is actually key. If you have all your eggs in one basket and that basket drops, all your eggs are broken. But if you have a whole bunch of different baskets and one of those baskets drops, only one of your eggs is broken. You still have all these other baskets with eggs in them. That's what you want to that's what you want to think about when you're diversifying. Diversification can protect you from spot price, because some of these coins, trust me, some of these coins are going to appreciate a lot quicker than others. Some of these coins will double, triple, quadruple their value in 10 years, where other coins might not even double their value. They might not even make a penny. That's because some of these coins are not flipping coins. Some of these coins are not meant to do that. For instance, generic rounds, American Eagles, coins like that, they're pegged to spot price. They're stuck to spot price. So if spot price stays $18 in 10 years from now, the coin's still going to be worth $18. Whereas a coin like a Panda or Kookaburra in 10 years from now could be 3-4 times the price of spot price. So that's why it's so important to diversify, and that's why I said it's so important to build a foundation in the beginning, is because after you build a foundation and you have a good amount of silver, then you can start diversifying out to these other more expensive, or quote-unquote riskier coins, and you still have the protection from your stack. See, the balance is key, and that's a word that I've been mentioning a lot recently, because balance is so important. Balance is so important when you're stacking silver. This is going to protect you from overspending, impulse buying, panic selling, because when your stack is balanced, you are smooth sailing. You have a balanced ratio to gold. I like the ratio, every about 100 ounces of silver accumulate 1 ounce of gold, or maybe a half ounce of gold, somewhere along those lines. I feel that's a good ratio, especially since I am more focused on silver. I think that's great. Gold does have its benefits. You know, gold definitely does have its benefits as well. You can store a large amount of gold in a small area, whereas silver, you can't really do that. And storage is definitely something that's important. So as an experienced stacker, you definitely need to stay balanced, and you need to take the emotional attachment out. Sometimes these markets can be overwhelming. They can be very bearish, very slow going, and it can definitely make you a little itchy for something to happen. And once something does happen, it makes you jump the gun and really overanalyze what's going on, and sometimes it makes the irrational decision making, on the front burner, which is not good. You want to step back, take a step back, think about your decision from a rational, logical standpoint. Is this a good idea? Should I be selling this much silver right now, or should I wait for the price to see if the price rises? Should I be buying silver right now, or should I wait to maybe there could be a small correction happening where I can get it for cheaper? See what I'm saying? There's definitely opportunity, but you have to be patient, and patience is the other thing. Balance and patience are probably the two most important words in the world of investing, period. Not just precious metals, but with real estate, with cryptocurrency, with whatever it is. Balance and patience. Those two words will determine whether you're an amazing stacker or if your stack is failing. Now, I don't think anyone's stack is failing, because silver has the intrinsic value that always heeds, benefits, since it has so much potential, but also since silver is silver and no one can take that from it, that's why I also say spot price is irrelevant at times, because no matter what spot price is to that coin, whatever the price of that coin is, the silver inside of it is still valuable. So regardless of what spot price is, the silver is still valuable, and that can go a long way. So noobs are going to be focusing more on beginner silver, basic generic silver. You want to stack as much silver for as cheap as possible, accumulating a lot of silver, lowering your dollar per ounce average, the overall cost of your stack, And then once you can diversify up to some riskier coins, at least you have, a foundation to go off of, and that's going to protect you against spot price and protect you against some of these premiums if the premiums do lose money. Now, when you're an experienced stacker, I definitely think it's important to balance your stack out. If you do want to diversify to some more riskier, some high premium silver, just be mindful of the risks you're taking. Make sure you're protecting your silver. Make sure you're wearing gloves. Make sure that you still have a fundamental or a fundamental plan, a game plan, without taking the emotional with taking the emotional attachment out, without having to really reflect or have to go back and sell some of your silver. Emergency silver stash is also very important. Which silver, have the game plan. If you're prepared, then you have a less chance of failing. If you did have to sell your silver, which silver would you sell first? It's a really good question to ask yourself. Do you have a tube of American Eagles as an emergency stash? Now, you should always have financial, fiat currency saved on the side before you even start stacking, because then in return, if an emergency situation happens, whether it's a medical bill, hospital bill, rent's due, your car breaks down, at least you can pay it off without having to sell your silver. But it's just something to be mindful of. So anyways, hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. Make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if this video can get 100 likes. Also, remember, I'm doing a giveaway. Check out the video I posted earlier today. Where are you? Are you a noob or are you a pro? I'm curious. I'm really curious. I know there's a lot of beginners, a lot of newbies in the precious metals world, as it's driving new attention, new investors, new monies coming into these markets. But I know there's a lot of more experienced stackers that still like watching these videos just to get a refreshment. So I really am curious. I've been stacking for 7 years, so I'd say I'm almost a pro. I won't call myself a pro. I won't be that egotistical, but I'm getting there. I learned a lot about silver. I've researched it for several years, and I love teaching people about it. I love when I get those comments in my videos saying, hey, Silver Slayer, I started stacking because of you. Like, that's the most meaningful comment I can get. That's really what keeps me going. That's what gets the ball rolling. That's what I love to hear. So anyways, thanks so much for tuning into this video. Make sure to smash the like button one more time. I can't say it enough. Go like the video. 100 likes. Let's see if we can do it. I know we can do it. I know you guys can do that. I know you guys can do that. I mean, you're silver stackers, so I know you guys got my back. We're all part of the silver stacking community, and we all help each other out. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'm out. Peace.